So finally the smartphone you have been waiting for is here. Your wait is over. This is the Redmi Note 5 Pro. Company has announced the Redmi Note 5 along with Redmi Note 5 Pro, and if you want to see the Redmi Note 5 unboxing and first look, you can check out the link in the description section below. This is the Note 5 Pro from the company. Talking first about the design and build quality, company has given a metal construction on this device, and it comes with this dual camera placement on the back. This is a 12 megapixel plus 5 megapixel shooter on the back, and the back camera placement is vertical, as you can see. Then you have this fingerprint sensor, metal finish on the back. It will be available in 4 colors: blue, rose gold, gold, and you will also have the black variant. On the right side you have volume rocker and the power button. On the top, infrared blaster, which is a good thing, and on the bottom side a 3.5mm audio jack, micro USB port, and a speaker outlet. On the left side you have the SIM card tray, which is a hybrid tray, so you can use 2 SIM cards or you can use 1 SIM card and 1 micro SD card. In the front you get this beautiful 5.99-inch Full HD Plus display, which is similar to Redmi Note 5. Also in the front you get this 20 megapixel front facing camera. Yes, you heard me right, company has given you a 20 megapixel front facing camera which has Sony IMX376 sensor. So now you can capture great quality selfies using the front camera. We will test that out in a minute. So overall, in terms of design and build quality, the phone feels really sturdy and solid in hand. It feels slightly heavy, but that gives you a more sturdy feel. Due to a 18:9 aspect ratio 6-inch display, the form factor is similar to a 5.5-inch display smartphone, which will have a 16:9 display. So in terms of overall design and build quality, we don't have any complaints. The phone feels solid, it feels sturdy in hand. Moving on, now let's talk in detail about the display. So you get this 5.99-inch Full HD Plus display. It has 450 nits maximum brightness, and again this is a 2.5D glass in the front. There is no mention about the Corning Gorilla Glass. We will try to confirm that later on, but the display has good viewing angles and it is a vivid display. Currently we are roughly at around 50% brightness in a very bright room. If I increase the brightness to the maximum level, you can see it's a very bright display, and I have to reduce the brightness so you can properly see the display. Let's move on, and now let's talk about the hardware, which is again an interesting thing about this device. So you get Snapdragon 636 octa-core processor on this device, and it scores more than 1,10,000 in the Antutu benchmark. It scores 1,12,777 in the Antutu benchmark, which is an impressive score for this device. It will come in various configurations. This is the 4GB RAM, which has 64GB storage. So here are the detailed specifications. It runs on Android 7.1.1 along with company's own MIUI on top. Then you have 4GB of RAM, out of which currently 1GB is available. Then you do have 64GB of storage, and here are the list of sensors. If you want to know, it has accelerometer, you do get gravity sensor, then you have gyroscope, light sensor, magnetic field sensor, step counter, and step detector. It can handle multitasking without any issues. It can probably give you one of the best gaming experience on the smartphone in this price segment. You can run games like Asphalt 8, Modern Combat 5, etc. without any issues. So we will try to do a separate benchmark test with more benchmarks and more gaming on this device in a separate video. But 636 is a new processor, and this device is absolutely great when it comes to performance due to the use of 636 combined with 4GB RAM and 64GB storage. Moving on, in terms of Android, you get the Android 7.1 on this device along with company's own MIUI, and you have applications like Phone Manager. You do have some interesting applications like Mi Remote, Mi Community, Mi Drop, etc. You can use the infrared blaster present on the top to control various appliances using this smartphone. Now let's move on to the camera. So you get this dual camera placement on the back and a massive 20 megapixel front facing camera. So this is how the camera interface looks like. You do have portrait mode for the back camera, which allows you to capture shots with bokeh effects or the blur background. Then in the front camera you do have the portrait mode as well, or the blur effect mode. So here are some sample images that were captured in the front and the back camera. This was taken in the blur mode. As you can see, the background has been blurred out. The front subject, that is me, is clearly visible. The level of details is again good. You can see the edges are clear, except some hairs which were floating in the air for some reason. Most of the object is not blurred and the entire background is blurred out. So the front camera, even though it's a 20 megapixel single camera, it works really well. The beauty mode also works well, and the front camera will give you great quality selfies. So this can be a Oppo Vivo killer this time. Oppo Vivo always have been playing with the selfie game, but not anymore. It seems Xiaomi has entered their category with a 20 megapixel front facing camera. So these are some samples from the back camera. This was taken in the depth mode. You can see the object is completely in focus and the entire background is out of focus. So dual camera placement over here, which has this second camera 5 megapixel as a depth sensor, works really well. So you can capture great quality bokeh shots. Again, this is Goku and you can see the level of details and clarity in this image. Some more samples. So camera is something which is really good on Redmi Note 5 Pro, and if you were confused between Note 5 and Note 5 Pro cameras, so definitely this device, that is Note 5 Pro, is way ahead when compared to Redmi Note 5 when it comes to camera. Now let's move on and let's talk about other features on the device. We tested the fingerprint sensor on this device. It works very fast and unlocks the smartphone almost all the time without any issues. In terms of battery, you get this 4000 mAh battery. It does support 5V 2A charging. It would have been better if it had supported even faster charging standards, but 4000 mAh battery will give you more than 1 day of battery backup without any issues, without any problem. So that's pretty much it about the device. Company is calling it India's camera beast, and in our first experience with the device, we have been using it for 2-3 days. We agree to that statement. This is a beast when it comes to camera, but not only camera, in other features as well. It gives you great feature set. So you get this impressive 20 megapixel front camera, great set of cameras on the back as well. This is a 12 plus 5 megapixel shooter. You get the 6-inch Full HD Plus display and there is no problem with it. Then you have a powerful Snapdragon 636 combined with 4GB or 6GB of RAM and 64GB of storage will give you great and smooth experience on the device. There are some small things which could have been better. It is running on Android 7.1, so we hope that the company will keep releasing updates for this device. And then the micro SD card slot on the device is not a dedicated slot, so if you are someone who prefers 2 SIM card and at the same time want to use the third micro SD card slot, you can only choose 2, as this is a hybrid tray. But still, this appears to be a great smartphone from the company, and we will be comparing it with other smartphones very soon. Till then, stay tuned and thanks for watching.